Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Northern Burlington High School Change of Command ceremony. I'm Cadet Second Lieutenant Alexis Hudson, your Master of Ceremonies for tonight. The Change of Command ceremony is deeply rooted in military tradition that predates the Norman conquest of England. It is a visible means of handing over the reins from the departing commander to the new commander. As the flag is exchanged, it represents both a relinquishment and an acceptance of command. The departing commander faces the presiding officer, salutes, and states, "Sir, I relinquish command." He then steps aside, and the new commander takes his place before the presiding officer and states, "Sir, I assume command." In all, 8 words are spoken, but in those 8 words are an end and a beginning. For Cadet Buscanera, it marks the end of a successful term of duty. For Cadet Fig, it marks the beginning of a challenging endeavor. This ceremony is an important part of our military heritage that preserves tradition and stimulates esprit de corps. The cadets seated before you this evening are a formation of cadet officers, cadet NCOs, and cadet airmen who represent the collective talents of all who take part in the Northern Burlington High School JROTC program. Today, you will witness the flag of the JROTC program change from Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Erica Buscanera to Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Fig. Today's presiding officer is the Senior Aerospace Science Instructor, Northern Burlington High School, Captain Sean P. Hoggs. Throughout today's ceremony, you will be given various cues to stand and be seated. As a reminder, civilian guests should place their right hand over their heart during the national anthem. We request that cellular phones and pagers be silenced for the duration of the ceremony. Thank you. Squadron commanders, please give your squadrons attention for the arrival of the official party. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of the official party. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the playing of our national anthem.
Coast to coast.
Squadron commanders, give your squadrons, be seated.
Blue squadron, be seated. Gray squadron, be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We are pleased to have with us Cadet Erica Buscanera's parents, Mr. Vincent and Mrs. Sabrina Buscanera. We would also like to welcome Cadet Ryan Figg's parents, Mr. Randy and Mrs. Tammy Figg. Also, please extend a warm welcome to the principal of the Northern Burlington High School, Dr. Sally Lopez. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. James Saruta. The Director of Curriculum, Mrs. Amy Stella. And any Board of Education members in attendance. We would also like to extend a warm welcome to all the parents in attendance and other visitors who have been so kind to join us today. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Hoggs.
Again, I'd like to welcome everybody to our first annual Change of Command. It's a milestone for this program here at Northern Burlington. I just want to take a couple minutes to reflect back on the program. It was August of 2017. I looked over at Mark and I said, you know, I think this is going to be something special here. Having done this job at the collegiate level and at another high school, I just had that feeling. And as the first year started to unfold, it started to come to pass, and these cadets really started to perform. And me and Mark would have more conversations. And I would say, Mark, for these cadets to be in their first year, this is incredible. It takes many pieces and parts to make this happen. From Dr. Saruta, through Dr. Lopez, Amy Stella, the teachers, the APs. But the most important is not myself or Sergeant Irvin, it is the cadets. And they picked up and said, give us the pieces, and we're going to put this corps together. So I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some of the founding pieces to this program, and a Gab Kenny, and a Christian Ramos, and a Ryan Figg. But more important, as we transitioned and we saw them leave as seniors, we were going into year 2. And quietly, there was a cadet that first semester, small in stature, didn't say much. But by the time the year ended, it was clear that she was going to take us into our second year. Not only into our second year, but into what was supposed to be a staff assistant visit from headquarters to make sure that the engine was running, lift up the hood and make sure we were somewhat moving in our direction. I said, Erica, It's that time. And small in stature, she became a powerhouse. Corps commanders. And the cadets here in front of you will tell you they know what the head thump means. Right? You see them chuckle. But she took us through our unit evaluation form. They exceeded standards. I believe it had only been done one other time in the history of JROTC. To watching the maturity, to the Kitty Hawk Air Society in its first year become an Air Force best practice program in its first year. There is something special about this program. And I'm humbled to stand here before you as it's sassy. Ryan Figg, make no mistake, is the right guy for the job. No nonsense, he wears a smile. I don't think I've head thumped you either, Ryan, yet. I'll use the word yet. But he's already started to put his vision in place, quietly. And our goal is to move towards distinguished unit with merit in just our second year. And I know he's the individual. I can go throughout this entire corps pointing out cadets from your 100s who've started to rise. And a Crystal Kim, Cadet Ansel, Rachel Shaw, the McCulloughs. I can go on and on. So I'm proud of our first change of command and these cadets. And I look for this program to move forward throughout the rest of the school year and do what they do, perform. So we're going to do that. Thank you. Can we give Sergeant Irvin a round of applause? He makes that. He is my sounding board as we learn the Northern Burlington way.
Thank you, Captain Hoggs. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cadet Commander of the Northern Burlington JROTC program, Unit NJ20171, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Erica Buscanera.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin tonight, I'd like to ask that you join me in a round of applause for all the members of NJ20171, especially our core staff. All of these people have worked incredibly hard throughout this year to make our unit the best it can be, and we wouldn't have come anywhere near to accomplishing everything we have without them. Full gratitude goes out to Captain Hoggs and Sergeant Irvin. And I know I'm not only speaking for myself when I say they've become a huge inspiration and an invaluable part of our Corps. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Erica Buscanera, and I've had the honor and the privilege of serving as Commander for the beginning half of this school year. The beginning of the school year went off without a hitch, but around October, I began to realize some of the unique challenges faced with maintaining a staff and running the Corps. We've accomplished a lot up until this point. We've sworn in over 30 cadet officers. A promising new Kitty Hawk Air Society class is beginning the pledge process, ushered in by Cadet Captain Marissa Carpin. In total, we've accumulated over 2,000 hours of community service. But as Captain said earlier, our biggest test came in November, during our annual unit inspection from Air Force Headquarters. Our unit was well prepared, beginning with briefing practices and assemblies of the group over a month in advance. But when the day came, we moved with precision, and against immense odds, our unit received a rating of exceeds standards. Also, what was only intended to be a cursory look turned into a full evaluation, meaning our unit won't have to be inspected for another 3 years. Considering we are a unit only in our adolescence, this is an incredibly significant accomplishment, and is especially rare for any JROTC unit to pull off. However, this is not a feat that can be accomplished by one person alone. It takes countless people working together to achieve one goal. I thought I knew a lot about leadership when I began the school year, but as new challenges presented themselves, I realized I still had a lot to learn. Leadership is all about balance. It's about being tough, but not too tough that people feel suffocated under your hand. You must discipline, but without being condescending or crass. You have to hold your people accountable, but not to the point where you deprive them of their ability to work on their own. Everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves, and the most important lesson that I learned about leadership is that you have to give everyone else the opportunity to lead too. Can't do everything, and there comes a point where you have to step back and put your faith in your team. Our main goal going into the second half of this school year is to become a distinguished unit with merit. It's a rare opportunity, and one that only arises once every 3 years. It's an indelible mark, branding our unit as a force to be reckoned with nationwide. Although my time as commander will be up very shortly, I am confident that our program will continue to forge a path of greatness. Ryan Figg is a strong leader, and I know that throughout his tenure, our unit will continue to accomplish the goals we set for ourselves. To Ryan, I wish you the best as you embark on this new endeavor. I have faith that you'll continue to uphold the standard of excellence that radiates throughout NJ 20171. I wish nothing but great things for you, and it is my absolute honor to stand by and let you lead this team. Thank you.
Squadron commanders, please give your squadrons attention for the change of command.
Blue squadron, stand by. Blue squadron, and hut. Gray squadron, stand by. Gray squadron, and hut.
Publish the order.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the change of command. Attention to orders. By order of Captain Sean P. Hoggs, effective 13 February 2019, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Erica N. Buscanera relinquishes cadet command of the JROTC Group, Northern Burlington High School, New Jersey, and Cadet Ryan Figg assumes command. Acknowledged, Captain Sean P. Hoggs, Senior Aerospace Science Instructor, Northern Burlington County Regional High School, JROTC Unit NJ 20171.
Officers.
Sir, I relinquish command.
Sir, I assume command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the Cadet Commander, NJ20171, Northern Burlington County Regional High School JROTC Program, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Figg.
Group, at ease, take your seats. Good evening. For those of you who don't know, my name is Ryan Figg. For our inaugural year, I served as the Corps' first sergeant and last semester as a director of health and wellness. Through only a year and a half, I have seen this program grow tremendously and accomplish things other programs take many years to attain. Our cadets took first place for Air Force JROTC at our first ever Raider team competition, unarmed inspection at our first ever drill competition, and our Kitty Hawk academic team performed exceptionally in our first round in competition and has moved on to the next round. The achievement myself and every cadet in our program should be most proud of is that we exceeded standards in our first ever. The instructors and our cadets are the reason why Northern Burlington Air Force Junior R.O.T.C. now 6% of the nation's Air Force JROTC programs. As Corps Commander, I will strive to make our program better and make it continue to exceed all standards and expectations. This last semester of the school year, NJ20171 has a very attainable goal. This is to achieve Outstanding Unit with Merit, which is the highest award given to a program. To finally attain this goal, our cadets must average 20 hours of community service by the 10th of April. All cadets must do their part to achieve this goal. Thanks to my predecessor, Cadet Erica Buscanera, we're on the right track. As Corps Commander, Cadet Buscanera led by example, and it is because of her leadership and the determination of our cadets that we're eligible to achieve Outstanding Unit with Merit. I encourage everyone to do their part and continue to improve our program and our community so that Northern Burlington Air Force JROTC Unit 20171 is known by many as one of the best junior ROTC programs in the nation. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes the change of command ceremony. Please remain seated. Lastly, let's have a round of applause for all the cadets that were promoted at the end of the first semester in a ceremony held in class, in addition to the newly sworn-in cadet officers, as their hard work has garnered them all the promotion to the next grade that they all well deserve. Squadron commanders, please give your squadrons attention for the playing of the Air Force song, followed by the departure of the official party.
Blue Squadron, stand by. Blue Squadron, attention. Hut!
Gray Squadron, stand by. Gray Squadron, attention. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and the departure of the official party. Please take time to congratulate the new Corps Commander and join us for light refreshments in the rear of the 500 area. This concludes today's change of command ceremony. Thank you. Squadron commanders, give your squadrons dismissed.